Welcome to Fragrance Wheel, your #1 channel for fragrance, fashion, and food.
Welcome back everyone to another edition of Fragrance Wheel, where we talk about fragrance, fashion, and food. If you missed the last video, your boy was cooking. So if you can cook, if you want to experiment, they are practical recipes. Check it out below. And it is chicken, and of course, side dishes. So check it out. But for this video, today we are going to talk about 6 transition fragrances from your fall that will take you into the wintertime. Early winter, early mid-winter. But before we start, don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit that little bell icon so you make sure you receive all my future videos. And then share. If you share it with somebody else, either you both will like it or they might like it. So let's begin. The first fragrance I will bring to your attention is from the house of Vertus, and it is called Vanilla Oud. Very beautiful. It came out in 2015. That aroma is off the chain. Oh, it's so beautiful. 2015, and it's definitely unisex. This is an amber woody floral. It has apple and rhubarb and kind of like a bergamot up top when you first spray it. It has saffron, which is kind of got a little spice to it. It's from the Irish family, and it makes the fragrance very intimate, like seductive, like, okay. It has a violet in it, and it has oud note in the middle, and then it has rose and jasmine, so that's the floral part. You got the cashmere wood, and you have some more saffron in the middle. On the dry down, you have some more oud, and you have caramel, some people say caramel, and you have musk, and then you have tonka bean, which acts as an anchor, holds things down, and you have about 4 or 5 wood notes. This is like you have like a little spice to give it like a campfire, like burning wood with marshmallows, because you have that sweetness too. And then you have the caramel, like a caramel candied apple, because you have that apple note up top. And then it's like, it's deep, it's dark, and it's sweet. This is a very intriguing fragrance. Got to get your nose on it. From the house of Vertus, this is Vanilla Oud. Then you have the house of Mendittorosa, and this is Ritual. Look at that juice. Oh, look at that juice. That's beautiful. I gotta spray it. I'm trying to wear my nose out already. Oh yeah. See that? That's like a cocoa vibe or something like that. Like a seltzer soda. It smells so good. This is a floral woody. It has mandarin orange, bergamot. It has some lavender in it, and then you have fruits like blackcurrant, pomegranate, and raspberry. I can definitely distinguish the raspberry and the blackcurrant. And you have narcissus in here. You have jasmine and rose, florals. Then the beeswax is sweet and ambery. It's like very enticing, just lures you in like a bait on the hook. Then they have the hyrax, which give that like that animal instinct, like I'm coming to get you. Then you have the patchouli, get that earthy green note at the bottom, so it just, along with that white musk, and so they just like swirl in a pot and just put you in just mesmerize you, put you in a trance. This is very beautiful. It It goes against the norm. It lingers when all other fade. When all others fade, it's linger around. It stays with you. This is myths. This right here is about myths and legends. That's why they call it ritual. And you got to create your own from the house of Mendittorosa. This is ritual. Okay, moving right along. Let's talk about Floraiku. From the house of Floraiku, I dream of Paris. I don't dream of Paris, I've been there. So it's nice, very nice. And the fragrance complements it. This is just a rose balm. This is rose balm. This is a fruity floral. It has plum in it, Turkish rose, apple, blood orange, mandarin orange, and all those are kind of sweet, but it has gooseberry. So gooseberry is kind of bitter. So with that tartness and that sweetness, very beautiful combination. That way it's not off the chain. That makes it unisex too. And it came out in 2021. It also has Turkish rose, and it has some African geranium, which if you look at African geranium, it looks like a rose. And I'm sure it smells like a rose. And that's what this is all about, roses. This gaiac wood is on the base note. When it dry down, it has leather, and it has some myrrh with some olibanum. So that gives you the spicy and resinous combination. So manly type scent. And it's just beautiful. And it also has patchouli. Like I said, smells like it's edible. And it's like a luxurious rose. It's like Paris is awakening. It's flourishing. And is revealing every rose that's ever been grown. It's like the red carpet is just thrown out, rose petals thrown out, and a brisk wind comes by and takes all that straight to your nostrils. And you smell all this aroma of roses. It's sultry, sexy. It's like you walking on a bed of roses for like a mile, and all you smelling is rose. From the house of Floraiku, I dream of Paris. Okay, our next one is from the house of Xerjoff. This is only a 15 ml. This is 15 milliliters. This usually comes in 50 mil and 100 mil. Trust me, 15 mil is all you need. This is a powerhouse. It came out in 2018. It is definitely unisex. It's a fluoraldehydic, and aldehydic means that it's very aromatic. It just carries on and on, leave like a trail behind you. Wherever you go and wherever you've been, you're gonna leave some of this. This is aldehydes, give you that fresh and clean smell. Along with that neroli, and you know neroli, I love me some neroli. I love smelling fresh and clean. It has bergamot, it has lemon, rose again, I love a rose. Men, don't be afraid of rose. It has iris in it, which is another floral note. It has incense. That's where the kind of masculinity comes in with coriander, and even has spice and nutmeg. But then it has some vanilla. And you have vanilla with sandalwood, and that sandalwood carries that vanilla in the base of this fragrance. So it smells just straight up erotic. This is beautiful, just sexy. And then you have the musk at the base, and then that is kind of piped down with the herbal greenness of the patchouli. And this It's feminine leaning because you have a lot of sweetness in here, a lot of powdery, clean, and but you do have some spices in here. And this is feminine leaning with a masculine nuance. This is just performance in a bottle. This is sophistication, yet not complication. It's when you go to a ballroom dance, or this is when you go to a 4 or 5-star restaurant where you eat at the table and you might have a play or a ballroom so you can dance the night away. And every swirl and twirl that you do, somebody will notice. This is just class, nothing but class. And it don't take but 1, 2, or 1, 2. That's all it takes. You don't want to overdo it, trust me. This is when you're rich and you know it, and you don't have to brag about it. It's from the house of Xerjoff, and it's called Dama, Pikovaya. It is called Pikovaya. Moving right along. This is from the house of Fragrance du Bois. That's what it is. Fragrance du Bois. Okay, this is Fragrance du Bois, and this is Siberian Rose. Now this one will probably stay in the fall, take you in the early part of winter, but it ain't gonna hang with winter too long. It is still beautiful though, love it, and it's still transitional. It came out in 2020, and it's considered an amber floral. It has pear, juniper, pink pepper, cinnamon up top, and then it has a white floral tuberose. Tuberose. And you gotta like tuberose. Gotta like tuberose. Just go test some tuberose. Men, ladies love tuberose. Then you have rose and leather with your ylang-ylang. That gives you a sweet, earthy floral. That is so beautiful. Then it anchors you, gives a little masculinity with that oak moss and that patchouli with the amber. That anchors this scent. This is what this is all about, sophistication and class. But here comes the earthy oak moss with the patchouli and the amber. The dry down is straight tuberose and with the amber. But remember that tuberose in the middle, tuberose is king. Just remember. And you have to like it to like the scent. It's very beautiful. So men, women can wear it. And it is from the house of Fragrance du Bois. And it's called Siberian Rose. And now final fragrance we have, where are you at? Okay. I remember when I first smelled this. I got to spray it. Oh, just so beautiful. Just so elegant. Just say, I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. This is from the house of Memo, Paris. And it is called Winter Palace. Look at it. The dragon on the wall. Yep. This has red tea in it, orange, balsamic, vanilla, lemon, and it has mate. Mate is like a bitter tea note, so it kind of offset a lot of sweetness. But it's beautiful how it's blended, well blended. You really can't smell it, but you can tell something is pulling on that sweetness. It's musk in here with bergamot. It's amber in here. It's just tonka bean. It's just, this thing is just full of all kinds of stuff. Styrax, labdanum. It's give you a leather amberish nuance. And this is a citrus tea opening. You can smell it, and it quickly shifts to like a spice cabinet. I mean, you just have all kinds of spices in here, and use like a spice rack. And that's what it quickly shifts to. Like you have spice in your tea, and the spices rise to the top, and your tea kind of like settles. Then comes your musk. It enters the picture, and the dry down, and it's very complex, yet it's unapologetic. This is an aromatic tea with a splash of vanilla. That is what you get in the dry down, and that's what makes it so much class. It's just like you having tea with the queen, when she was here, or you might have it with maybe a aristocratic king dynasty. That's what I'm saying. This is where you have grape pecan and you have biscuits. Beautiful. Class in a bottle. From the house of Memo Paris, this is Winter Palace. Okay, that concludes my list of 6 fall fragrances that just beautifully transition from the fall to the winter. And you can't get any better than that. But if you have some ideas, or you have some fragrances that you like to discuss with me, I might have them and we'll just talk about it. And I might agree with you, but then I might have one up on you. But this list is stellar. Just wait on my winner list. So I'll leave you by saying, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, get that bell so you'll receive all my notifications, and don't forget to share. And I'll leave you with this. When your friends won't call you back, but you need a pick-me-up, you just don't know what to do and who to call, just remember, fragrance will. I'll see you on the next episode.